friends, and welcome to my channel. My name is Kaylee, and today is another episode of Read It Thursday. And today I have Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo that I just finished reading, and I loved it. I loved it more than I thought I was going to love it. I actually went into it super skeptical because I watched the first episode of the show and I loved it, but I also was more interested in the whole Six of Crows part of the storyline than I was with Alina. So I was like, oh, am I going to be bored reading these? Probably. And honestly, it was a slower beginning for me, not because it's not slow. This book is anything but slow. But it was harder for me in the very beginning, I think, because I already had these preconceived notions about these characters, and it's just based off that one episode. So I stopped the series. I decided that I wanted to read the books. And so I ordered all the books. Let me just tell you guys that I'm really kind of mad at myself because I have this little sticker on here. It says Netflix coming to Netflix. And I ordered these books seeing the sticker, but also thinking that I could take the sticker off of the book because I've seen these before where you can take them off of the book and you cannot do that. And that makes me so mad because I don't like stickers on books in general, but I hate even more when they're on there for real on the cover. What's the point in that? Why do you do that? It ruins the beautiful cover and it pisses me off, to be completely honest, that I bought these books with that on there. It is what it is. I've already got the whole series with that little annoying sticker on it. So anyways, jumping into this video, it's going to be split into spoiler and non-spoiler. So first I'm going to tell you guys what I thought about this book without spoiling anything, and then I'm going to talk about some spoilers. I'll give you guys a warning so you do not accidentally become spoiled about this book if you have not watched the show or if you've not read the book. So I have not watched the show yet, so I don't know how closely it follows. There will be some videos on my channel coming up where I talk about the book versus the TV show. So stay tuned for that. Okay, so the non-spoilery review for this is 100%, 10 out of 10. You need to pick this book up. It is so good. It is so good. It's very interesting fantasy. I love fantasy myself, and I know at times fantasy can be a bit overwhelming and it can be a bit much, you just have so much going on in one world. This is not one of those worlds that is that way, which is strange to say because when it started, it was very much that way. There were so many different things like the Heartrenders, the Fire Summoners, all this stuff, or I can't even say all the names, but there's a lot of different benders and magic folk in this book that is a bit hard to keep up with, I can't say the word. I cannot say the word. I'm sorry. But anyways, there's a lot to keep up with in the book, but it also makes it super simple for you to keep up with it. The way that they keep repeating it, you do get the use of it, hang of it. I can't talk. You do get the hang of it as the book goes along, and it's not something that's super annoying about the book, so that's fine. I will say one thing that does annoy me about this book is it has the longest chapters known to man. The longest chapters. One chapter, I'm pretty sure, was 36 pages, and I was about to lose my mind. I'm just not a long chapter person. I have a very busy life, and if it's a long chapter, then it takes up too much of my time sometimes. I just like short chapters. So that was honestly my biggest complaint with this entire book was the chapters were too long. And sometimes, let me see if I can find a spot that it did it just a random spot, but sometimes they would even have a break in the chapter. Yeah, okay, here's one. Let me see. This, right? Playing out breaks in the chapter. But why couldn't that just been its own chapter? Why? That frustrates me a lot. So Leigh Bardugo, that's my complaint with this book. But it is good. It's just that frustrates me because I want to get to a stopping point and then I'm because you don't want to stop in the middle of a chapter. So anyways, it's whatever. To not be super spoilery, there's romance elements in this that I normally do not like in my romance that I thought was done really, really well in this book. So we're going to talk about that in the spoiler section, which is about to start. So if you have not read this book, again, I highly recommend you read it. I'd probably give it a 9 out of 10. Pretty high up there for me. It's a really good read. It's not one of my like favorites of all time, but it's a really good read. So I highly recommend, but if you haven't read it, then maybe you don't want to watch this next section because there's gonna be some spoilers. Welcome back. If you're here, that means you've either read the book or you just love spoilers. So here we are, and we're going to talk about the spoilers of the book. So basically, I loved the pacing of the book compared to the TV series. The TV series from like the first episode I did see was like a lot slower. It was nice to have that in the TV series, but then in the book, like it's like go, 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 go. The whole first episode was really condensed in the book. And I like that in a sense just because I'd already seen that first episode, but I like the content in the first episode too. Okay, I almost talked about some spoilers there about the TV show because I do like how the TV show did the first segment better, but I will talk about that in our television versus book review. Stay tuned for that because I don't want to spoil anyone who has not seen the series yet. But I do like the pacing. I thought the pacing was really nice and it didn't feel slow. But it also didn't feel like you were like glazing over a lot of the details. The book did pass really fast though. Like I felt like I read the book super fast and it just like happened so quickly because the pacing is just so much. I also was expecting this book to be different points of view because that's like how most television series do things. Obviously, they're not going to just stick with Alina the whole time, which I don't really feel like is a spoiler for the television show, but this one was purely Alina's point of view, which I kind of thought it might go like Alina and Mal, but I definitely like that it was purely Alina's point of view, and the biggest thing I want to say about this whole thing is that they managed to pull off a love triangle that I enjoyed, which is hard to do. I really don't like love triangles that much. Like, I tolerate them, but I tend to have one part of the coupling that I like want the entire time, and I root for the entire time. I don't tend to switch my mind. With this, I really did enjoy her with the Darkling. I didn't really foresee the whole Darkling being the Darkling, like the OG Darkling, the Black Heretic. I didn't really see that part coming, and I'm glad I didn't because it would have taken away from the Alina and the Darkling moments that I enjoyed in this book, and I definitely enjoyed their relationship and that kind of like feeling that she had, and it was very necessary for her character to grow and to appreciate the magic, I think, and to appreciate who she is as a person. I think the Darkling and I'm gonna say her name wrong. Bagda? It's been a hot second. Bagra. I knew I had it wrong because it's been a hot minute. I read a whole book after I read this, and the names are hard for me. I definitely liked Bagra and the Darkling, and them kind of like, really Bagra trained her, but you know, the Darkling did have a part in that, and I enjoyed that part. I enjoyed her coming into her own and appreciating her power that she has. That's a very nice thing, and it was a very transformative story. I really loved Genya, and I was so sad and disappointed that like Genya kind of, I wouldn't say Genya betrayed her, but I felt like Genya didn't stand up for Alina, and didn't wasn't on her side as much as I would have liked Kenya to, but I also feel like she was in a bad place because like obviously she felt like the Darkling had done stuff for her and helped her out, and you know, she got what she wanted. She got a better position in the whole hierarchy of everything. So I definitely understand why Genya made her decisions. I'm not mad at her for them. Also, you know, was it David? Why am I forgetting these names? Was David the one she liked? The boy she liked, you know, like, kind of betraying Alina too. I didn't really feel that betrayal because like really they had like zero interaction in the book. So like that was one too. I feel like maybe could have been a bit more, like maybe we could have known this boy a little bit better, and it would have had like a sharper sting when he somewhat betrayed her. It's nice to know that he felt bad, and I feel like it was fine. It wasn't anything I like thought too hard about, but I was like, we really don't even know this guy that much, other than knowing that Genya likes him. And of course, me being the romantic I am, I really loved all the Mal scenes, especially after her and Mal got reunited, like after she goes on the run and then Mal pretty much like sacrifices his position and really his safety for her and to help her out. It was very much a Hunger Games moment, you know, where Peeta and Katniss united. It was very much that kind of moment. So I enjoyed it. I enjoyed seeing them together, and I thought the whole battle with the Darkling at the end was perfect. I thought it was perfect them leaving them there on the ship. Obviously, we know the Darkling's not dead. I would be very, very shocked if the Darkling was dead. I have absolutely no clue what happens in the next 2 books of the series. Like, none. I haven't even started reading book 2. It kills me, but I wanted to watch this television series before I read the second book, because people have told me that the second book isn't associated with the television series yet, so I want to watch the show before I like read the book. But I do love, you know, Mal and Alina are together at the end of this one, which is definitely not something I expected. I expected them to be apart for much longer, but this one was great. I mean, this one, honestly, I'm happy that she continued the series, and there's obviously so much in this world that you could definitely continue the series, but I think this could have been an awesome standalone novel. I keep saying it's like the Hunger Games, really, and that's what I keep thinking, is it is kind of like Katniss in the Hunger Games, like a girl who's just very modest about her abilities and about her upbringing, and thrown into this world that is just so different than that, and where she is like one of the, like, she's like the equivalent to the Darkling almost. Like, she was gonna wear his colors and stuff. Which I too, with Genya, was disappointed she did not pick black. Not because, like, I thought it was great. She, like, was like, oh, I'm gonna pick blue, like the other summoners and stuff. But, I mean, I wanted her to wear black. I thought that would be cool. And then she finally wears black, and then we get the whole bombshell about the Darkling. Although, Bagra being his mother was, like, such a good twist that I also did not see coming for this book. Like, had no earthly idea that she was his mother. And that was the best twist ever. I love the line where she was, like, saying she still loved him. Like, she's like, you think I don't love my son, but I'm doing this because I love him, and because I don't want him to do something that is, like, going to be the end of him being redeemable. And it makes my heart hurt, because I really feel like he's not probably going to be redeemable. Obviously, he has to be the villain. And also, we don't know what happened to Bagra in this. Like, they come back, she gets captured, and we don't know what happened to Bagra. It's implied something bad happened. I wouldn't put it past him to kill his own mother, or maybe imprison her, but, like, I hope she's not dead. I hope we get to see Bagra again. I hope we get to see Genya again. Obviously, Mal and Alina sailed off, and they are not going to be in the same section of the world as these people, but I feel like, of course, they're going to cross their paths again, because, like, that's part of having the villains and whatnot in this book. The Darkling will come up again, and probably, hopefully, like, Genya and Bagra. I'm excited for the next one. I hope that some of the Six of Crow people kind of go in, but I don't know what order these books were released, and I don't know if that will happen, and if not, it's totally fine. I'm so excited to finish the series and then read Six of Crows, because I loved the Six of Crows parts of Shadow and Bone, what I've seen so far. It's very interesting character dynamics, so at least the actors are amazing. I might get into the book and like these books better, but anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this book, and let me know down below what you thought of it. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, so you don't miss any of my Read It Thursday videos, and also my other fun fandom videos that I have on my channel. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a magical day, and I'll see you real soon. Bye!